The New Year's season can be such a strange time of year. A time of new beginnings, change and hope for a year that was better than the previous. So, on the 1st, everyone wakes up early and dives into the deep end of the perfect life routine. But a week later, most of us end up burnt out and in the same position that we were. Goals are a very important part of having a healthy and successful life, but if your goals are not sustainable, you will very quickly become burnt out. Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Michelle and I make a variety of videos ranging from my daily life as a technical theatre student to other little sit-down chats as well. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing how you can make your goals more sustainable this year so that you can actually achieve them and don't burn out by the first week. I'll be sharing 3 key points and some of my goals at the end of the video as well. If you're enjoying this kind of content, make sure to subscribe and like so that you can stay tuned for more sit-down chats. It is still the holidays for me, so I am having more time to make more content, so I really hope you are enjoying it so far. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. My first and most important point when I'm goal setting is to make sure that your goals are specified to your interests and values. Now, I'm sure the first thing we all think to write down on our New Year's resolution is drinking more water or exercising every single day, or maybe even reading 20 books in the year, even though we might not have even read one. Ever. We need to reflect on why we set certain goals. Is it for yourself, to better your health and your mind, or is it for other people, to satisfy their opinions, or to fit in with the trends? I think it's very easy this time of year to be scrolling through your feed and everyone's saying how to have the perfect life. But in reality, life is not perfect, and you're kind of setting yourself up for failure if you expect it to be that way. Goals are personal to you. Therefore, if you're basing them off of other people's interests, expectations, and needs, you're very quickly going to realize that they're not important to you and you're not going to sustain them for very long. You need to think of your why. What sparked you wanting to set this goal? And where will it bring you if you achieve it? And does the end result truly matter to you? When your goals are based off of your interests and not social media's portrayal of a perfect life, then they will easily be able to be integrated into your daily life and you can achieve them and not burn yourself out. My next key point is to make your goals manageable and to kind of anticipate any obstacles that you may face in the future. Let's say reading was an important goal for me, but I've never read one book in a year. It wouldn't be sustainable or smart to set a goal of 20 books for the year, because realistically I probably wouldn't be able to achieve that due to my reading speed. Now, if you would be able to do this with a bit of a challenge, then I definitely encourage you to do it, of course. But you need to think of your life currently. What fills up your day and how much time do you have to spend on each goal? I know that personally in my academic year, I simply don't have the time to sit down and read for hours every single day. And this also ties into what I'm willing to make time for. Unfortunately, there's only 24 hours in the day, so you can only achieve so many of your goals daily. Along with time constraints, you also need to think of other obstacles you may run into. You know your weaknesses and what may slow you down. For me, I know I get distracted very easily, so if I were to take on this goal, I would probably have to break up my reading sessions into small pieces so that I don't get distracted, or I would first have to put in work into finding a genre that really interests me. Now, just because I'm saying you need to set more manageable goals doesn't mean I'm saying you can't dream big or that you can't have an overall goal for your life. But ultimately, you need to break up your bigger dreams into little bite-sized steps. My last key point is to make your goals specific and measurable. It's better to rather have fewer, more specific goals than a whole bunch of very generic goals that you kind of just put there to fill the space. See, when your goals are specific, you don't lose sight of what you want for the long term. It's all very good and well, it's the new year, we're feeling optimistic, you're writing down every little thing that you think is wrong in your life, but when you get down the line, it's 6 months later, you look back at your goals and you're like, what was I thinking? Making your goals measurable helps you to track your progress throughout the year, and it helps you to know if there's any adjustments you need to make to your goals or the way you're tackling them. When you have a clear idea of how you're going to achieve your goals and when you've actually achieved them, then you're going to be more consistently driven and motivated. Now, another thing that I want to add is there's no point where it's too late to set a goal. Just because it's the first week in January doesn't mean you have to get your life together all of a sudden. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. Maybe you found yourself slacking in this week and you kind of feel now this year's a waste because you didn't get it done on the first week of January. And every day is a new opportunity to better yourself and grow as a person. So even setting yourself a daily goal is more constructive than just having this big title and just looking at it throughout the year and not knowing how to achieve it. So don't feel discouraged if you kind of don't see improvements on your goals, or if you kind of realize along the line that they're no longer important to you. Every day is an opportunity to slay. So here are 10 of my goals for this year. Now, I also have other goals other than what's on this list, for example, to do with my academic marks, but that's kind of already integrated into my daily life. It's a goal of mine every single year, so it's not something big or crazy that I kind of need to focus a lot on because it's already part of my routine. My first goal is to make more music this year. I really love making music and writing songs, so I've set a goal for myself to at least write 5 songs this year, and if I have the opportunity, I would absolutely love to actually publish some of them that I already have. My next goal is to dance more this year. Another thing that I really enjoy, and it's a real release for me, is ballet and dancing, and unfortunately in the past few years I haven't really had the opportunity to do that kind of thing, but I'm setting a goal for myself to not let the lack of space or the lack of a dance teacher or the lack of time to not simply dance, because honestly we know during lockdown you kind of just did it in your living room and made it work. So I'm setting a goal for myself to at least move around and dance and kind of showcase my choreography skills, because I really would like to use that in my future. So we'll see how that one goes. My next 2 goals have to do with growing my social media and YouTube. So I have a goal to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, which means if you haven't subscribed yet, you definitely should, because I certainly can't do it without you. But that goal is kind of broken up a bit smaller by trying to get 100 subscribers per month. And how I'm gonna do that is trying to post 1 video a week during my academic seasons, because that's all I can really manage. And in my holiday times and off periods, then I would at least like to post 2 videos a week. Along with that, I would like to learn how to save more money this year, as I'm learning how to adult. So I would like to try and save 1,000 Rand each month with personal savings or working, and actually invest that money so that it doesn't just get spent on silly little things that I actually don't need. Then my last few goals are for self-growth and mental health. I think one of my biggest goals this year is to learn how to set boundaries and to say no. Now, I know from the past year it's very difficult for me to say no because I am a people pleaser, but I sometimes sign myself up for way too much and kind of let other people manipulate me into doing things for them. So I'm gonna try my best to say no when the time is appropriate, and also learn how to react properly when people might disagree with me or take me on about things, because your girl is a crier, okay? I literally cannot handle tense situations. So that's another goal of mine, to not get emotional in tense situations, because people don't really take you seriously if you're crying in the middle of an argument. So I'll let you know how that one goes when the term starts. Then, to be more social this year, I'm setting a goal to have a conversation with one new person a week. And this is not just like going to the till and paying with the cashier and saying, "Hey, how are you?" No, it's like actually getting to know someone during the week. This could be my classmates or a complete stranger. My second last goal is to set personal time for myself. Now, the past year I have really been on the grind, okay? I had very little me time. So how I'm gonna do this is to make a certain time of the day where I'm cutting myself off, I'm stopping with the academic work, turning my phone off, and just doing things that help me to ground myself and reset for the new day. Then my last goal is tying into the previous one, and that is to never lose sight of my faith or Jesus this year. And obviously I will be using my me time to do Bible studies and kind of just be in prayer and grow closer to Him. But also I would like to create more Christian content on this channel and kind of just shed my little light, if you know what I mean. And that is my take on how to set more realistic goals that won't burn you out by the first week. I really hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something from it, and I really hope that you can set amazing, great goals this year and that you can achieve great things, because I know that you can with hard work and good planning. And don't ever feel discouraged if your goals aren't always going the right way, because life is full of ups and downs, and that is no reason for you to lose sight of what you want in life and what makes you happy. So just remember, every day is a new day to grow and better yourself, and if it's not going your way, to start from plan A again. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe to this channel so that you can get more interesting content on lifestyle and my life as well. Also, let me know about some of your goals for this year in the comments. I would love to get to know you guys a bit better and to grow my YouTube community a bit more. Have a beautiful and blessed day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!